So guys, now we are well versed with the route insertion algorithm, and now we know that how mtry data structure takes the shape as we keep on inserting more routes into this mtry data structure. So now let us go through some point of analysis. So now we know how route insertion happens in the mtry data structure. For every new route that is inserted, two new nodes are created, and those two new nodes are called daughter nodes and niece nodes. However, there is an exception when you insert a route which is directly hanging off the root of the mtry data structure. In that case, there is only one node created and there is no niece node at all. Path from the root to the leaf gives one specific route. So this is a tree in which 5 routes were inserted, and if you analyze, if you walk this tree from the root to any leaf along any branch of the tree, each path from the root to the leaf is specific to one route. Alright? For example, if you follow this path, then you will encounter the route 128.2.3.4/32. Alright? If you follow this path, you will encounter the route in the leaf, which is 128.128.0.0/32, and so on. Only leaf node contains data. Internal nodes data is always null. So you can analyze in this M tree, all the internal nodes have data equal to null. So you can see this is the internal node whose data is null. This is the internal node whose data is null, whereas the data of the leaf node can never be null. Alright? All internal nodes have exactly 2 children, except root, which can have 3 children. So you can analyze that each internal node exactly has 2 children, and apart from that, there are leaf nodes which has no children at all, and the root node may have 1 children, 2 children, or 3 children, depending on whether you inserted the route whose starting bit was 0 or 1 or don't care. There are no half nodes in the tree. Half nodes are those nodes which have exactly 1 children. So you can see there are no half nodes in the tree when only the route starting with one particular bit, that is either bit 0 or bit 1, was inserted in this mtry data structure. In such a case, the root node would become a half node, but apart from the root node, no other node in this mtry data structure can be half node. Alright? Sum of the prefix length from root to leaf along any branch is always 32. So you can see, let us suppose that we take this branch. So sum of the prefix length, which is 8 plus 16 is 32. Alright, so you can take any branch and the sum of the prefix length from the root to the leaf is always 32. And the first bit in node's effective prefix can never be a mismatched bit. So in the route insertion algorithm, you will never encounter a scenario where you would have to split the node at the very first bit in the effective prefix of any node in the mtry. I leave it to your analysis that why it is so. Alright.